Hello everyone, and thank you for taking the time to learn more about Contract Companion. My name is Ivo, and I'm a customer adoption specialist at Litera. Today, I'm providing training on our proofreading tool, Contract Companion. But before we dive in, I would like to just briefly introduce myself. I have 2 years of product e-learning design and creation experience. I have also 3 years of product training and facilitation experience, 2 years of Litera technical support, and 3 years of experience supporting lawyer and firm adoption. Now I will move to the next slide, and this is our agenda for today, what I would like to cover. So first, we will start with contract component introduction, then we will move to the drafting today. I will show you how you can analyze or launch the analyze button, how we can launch define time checker, cross-reference checker, and how you can enable show active drafting. Also, I will walk you through how you can mark incomplete items. And lastly, we will I will demonstrate how you can finalize your agreement within the final checks. So with that being said, you can see from my next slide, the contract component is basically implemented within our drafting group under check. And what is contract companion? So contract companion expedites your document review and catches those easy to miss document inconsistencies in references, defined terms, and punctuations, among many others. Contract companion will reduce your proofreading time by up to 90%, leaving you more time to focus on clients' needs while improving the quality and consistency of your documents. Why you should use Contract Companion? So Contract Companion is very helpful, especially for reviewing any errors such as inconsistencies in wording, amounts, and dates, or any general editing mistakes or any notes and markups in final drafts. Now I will walk you through more about the agenda, or like we will walk through the agenda, and I will show you how you can launch the contract component within your Microsoft ribbon. We will expand all buttons individually, and I will explain you each button at high level. So with that being said, let's move to another slide. And this is basically covers drafting today. So it is common practice today to use a prior work product when beginning to draft a new deal. And in fact, the service shows 70% of legal documents come from prior work products, and documents language can originate in many different spaces, including your DMS, colleagues, and copy and paste from online documents. So basically, this practice poses major risks. So every copy and paste adds the risk of introducing inconsistencies in formatting and mistakenly bringing in the content referring to another client or matter. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But what I'm going to do now is I will minimize my PowerPoint presentation, and I will demonstrate how you can access and how you can use the contract companion. So we are going to open a sample document for proofreading. We can navigate to the Litera tab, from where we can quickly access our proofreading tool. We can see either check or contract companion ribbon, which has 6 features available, but we will explain each of the features separately in a few minutes. Our recommended workflow is to start from the left to the right. Therefore, we will start with the Analyze button first. So once you will click on the Analyze button, that will launch the risk assessment dashboard, where you can review the potential documents issues and also areas of the document flagged for additional review by a collaborator. We can review a comprehensive and consolidated view of all possible issues in our open document and address them directly from the dashboard. For example, we can see the names, dates, we can see editing mistakes, common terms, definitions, or any cross-references and incomplete items as well. For each of the tasks, we can see icon which identifies the issues. So for example, red icons or exclamation mark means attention, or the yellow means that this item is only informational. And in some instances, you might see green icon, which means that this item has been resolved or already reviewed. So what we can do, we are going to click on the names, dates, etc. This task collects and organizes facts such as company names of individuals, states, dates, amounts, and prompts you to review these items for accuracy. So first, we can start with invalid date, which is Friday, April 2nd, 2016. We can make the change to April 1st. After that, we cannot know that the dashboard automatically updates the list. So the correct day of the week for April 2nd, 2016 is a Saturday, not Friday. So what we can do, we can change and remove the Friday to Saturday. Now, once we did the change within the document, what should happen is this list should be updated and the item should be instantly resolved. The second, we can move and click on Mother Cook Jackson LLC and review this. We can quickly fix this name based on the recommendation. So that might be the misspelling. Again, we can either fix this within our open document, or we can click on ignore if we feel that this is correct. We can also flag the item. So over here you have the button and you can just flag this item, and you can always come back to this later if you would like. Now, as we are moving forward through the names, dates, etc. tasks, you have the opportunities to filter the results. So a filtering is available in the task pane for all lists of the results that allows the users to narrow down the results by category. The filtering can be found in the top right corner or area of the contract companion task pane, where all findings are listed. We can select which categories of results should be included, excluded in the task pane. For example, I would like to see the companies and the location only. So you can filter that way, or you can go back and select again all, so that will shows you all issues founded by contract companion. If we want to return back to the dashboard, we can click on the back button. Now we can move and we can navigate to the editing mistake style. First, what we can see are few categories. For example, number disparity, inconsistent punctuation, or incorrect spacing. We can first click on numbering disparity. This says that the written number 1 million doesn't match 100,000. This might be something we need to correct. Now we can move to the second informational issues. It says the quoted quote is used more often than the straight quote. You can use conform to make all quotes straight or curly. Now we can move to the define term issues. So you can either access it within your define term checker button, or you can go and click on the define term issue style. First, we can click on the parties. Once clicked, the Word interface switches to a split screen view, where the definition of the term displays in the top section, and the first instance of the term in the document content display in the button section. It seems like this term is not defined in the document. Therefore, we can go ahead and either define or ignore the item. If we click on ignore, drop-down choices will appear, such as name, company, location, or we can select no, just ignore. If we click on define, this item will be defined within our document. We can go back to define terms issues. We can now navigate to the closing date. This term is not defined in the document. We can see there are 7 instances for this term. The blue left and right arrow in the task pane allow the users to navigate to previous or next term instances in the interface button section. This interface provides an efficient means to validate the usage of the defined terms through the document. You can also filter by reviewed, flagged, or define not used, use not defined, and define not capitalized if you would like. Now we can go back and click on Common Terms. This style finds items that look like defined terms but do not actually have or need a definitions. We are going to check Cross-References Checker. This provides a streamlined way to find references to definitions or sections and identify those that don't have a target not found or might have more than one target. Reference to another sections or article in the document. You don't have to repeat what is stated in your document. All definitions or sections cross-references found in the document are presented in the results pane in the order they appear in the document, with those that they might need your attention listed first. There are two key benefits to this feature. First, you are being able to check the accuracy of your references and the automation as well. For accuracy, we will utilize the split screen function, and I can click on the section 2.1 in the dashboard, and it will show me on the top what section 2.1 stands for below in the instance I'm referring to. I can very quickly validate it if I mean to refer to this section, or did I mean to different section of the document. If I do, all I have to do is to use the drop-down menu below to choose the correct section. We can see inconsistent phrases. This style identifies phrases used multiple times and identifies instances of discrepancy between them. Click within 30 business days and review the message. I have just very quickly swapped the document. We can click on the Show Active Drafting button. Use Active Drafting when you want to quickly correct items as you go. Active Drafting will basically reveal potential defined terms issues in your open document, providing a streamlined workflow to identify, assess, and correct any issues or any present issues if necessary. The terms found are underlined with default color coding according to the 4 categories: use not defined, define not use, inconsistent capitalizations, and definitions, both sections, type and inline. If we click on any item, for example, highlighted or underlined by red, each of the item, once you go click on that, this will open the task pane on the right hand side. So the color coded highlighted by red, it's use not defined. If we click for equipment, which is highlighted yellow, this means that this is inconsistent capitalizations, and you have that opportunity to fix the item here. You have also the right click option. So if you will right click, for example, on equipment, you can select from open in task pane, or you can quickly click on the option fix inconsistent capitalization. The same, you can go and click on the GG capital, right click, and that will give you the options open in task pane. Additionally, as you edit the document, the after drafting updates the document automatically underlying any terms you add from within one of the 4 categories and removing underlying as you resolve the issue. So if we click on fix all, you can see the green tick that issue has been fixed, and it should be removed within this list. If it doesn't update from some reason, you can click on the refresh button here. The next feature which we have, I will swap back to my document, is we can see, or we have the mark incomplete items. So incomplete items locates placeholders within your open document, enabling you to find and complete the information. We can use the incomplete items feature to analyze the document, so either you or another individual can come back and enter the missing information. For example, we would like to highlight this section and just to mark. So we can select highlighted text, or we can select any bracket text if we would like. And now let's take a look how we can finalize your proofread with the final checks. We are going to click on the final checks button, and the final checks button in the ribbon checks incomplete items and all editing mistakes. So as we are going through, we can see some incorrect spacing. So we have the instances and we can fix, or you can also see the table of content. So this is the placeholder where you might need to consider to add your table of content, or you might see some numbering discrepancies. So this feature will basically help you to finalize your agreement, and is the great way to kind of use it as a final check. Now I will go back to Analyze and I will navigate to the settings. Within the open task pane, you can go and click on settings, and this environment will allows you more customization. So Contract Companion enables you to change certain displays and setting based on your preferences. So if I will click on display, I can select the layout of how the tiles appear. So from the tiles, I can select to tree view, and then I can click on close. What's going to happen here is on the right hand side, the task pane slightly bit change, and it's categorized by basically tree view, so by section and subsections. You can see also the number of potential issues, and you can see the icons if there are some items which needs your attention or they might be just flagged. If you want to go back and change the settings, you can click on settings, go to display and select back tiles view, and then click on close. Also, you can customize the drafting or active drafting feature. So active drafting enables you to see potential issues, and it will be founded through color underlying within the document for defined time categories. If you would like to change the color coding, you can go again to settings, go to active drafting, and go to markup colors. Here's if you're not very familiar with the color coding or underlying for defined time issues or for active drafting, you can see the use not defined, it's red, define not use orange, inconsistent capitalization yellow, and then definitions are blue. But you can quickly swap the colors from some reason if you would like. The same, the contract component enables you to add any defined time issues. So the contract component tool looks for 7 different types of defined time issues within your open document, and we might find that for a particular term that issue found is intentional. So you can add the terms in the settings to ignore it, and it will show up at the bottom of the list gray out. If we change our mind, we can quickly delete the terms from the settings if we would like. We have also availability or options where we can basically import the settings, import or export to another machines within here. So you can then select the file and name it as you would like, and then export it if you want. So today we went through contract component introduction. We were a little bit talking about drafting today. I show you how you can analyze or how you can launch the analyze button, define time checker, cross-reference checker, how you can enable show active drafting, how we can mark incomplete items, and lastly, how we can finalize our agreement. So what's next? All our documentation is available on the Customer Portal Center, so you can navigate and select the product you might be interested in. The Customer Portal Center can be accessed from support.litera.com/adoption resources, or you can go and click on Adopt and select Adoption Resources. If you scroll down below, you can locate Contract Component here and click on this, and that will brings you all available resources we have. I hope this session was helpful, and have a great day, everyone.